Okay, so now we've had a little bit of time to look over the Super 73 lineup in California that was just announced. They have a variety of new bikes, but today we're going to take a look at if you are on the fence on the R series. Are you going to look at the Super 73R, or are you looking to get the Super 73RX? Which bike is for you? Let's take a really good look, a deeper look at the specifications. We're going to see where the DNA is exactly the same and where they differ, and that's coming up. Hey, what's up guys? This is Hervé from Hervé's World, showing you that IT means I try. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. So on this channel we do unboxings, desktop support, life hacks, actual hacking, and tech reviews of great products. Now, we are going to take a deeper look at the Super 73R series. If you're on the fence to look at the R or the RX, let's see where everything is the same and where they're completely different. Anything we discuss in this episode you will find right on the bottom right over here. I will also include Super 73's website on the bottom. Let's take a closer look at these two bikes. So I present to you the Super 73R versus the Super 73RX. Okay, so we're going to break this into different categories. We're going to talk about the battery, the motor, the top speed, the range, the charge time, suggested ride height, connectivity, ride modes, throttle, pedal assist. That is where they are the same. And then we'll talk about the brakes, the front end rear suspension, the front frame material, the front fork, rear shock, the tires, the fenders, the colors, the gearing, the passenger rear seat, the bike weight, the ride height limit, the ride weight limit. Okay, so let's take a look. So let's start with the battery. Now, both of these bikes, the Super 73R and RX, they are both 960 watt hour. They both have a motor of 1200 watt nominal, 2000 watt peak. They both have a top speed of 28 plus miles per hour. They both have a range of 40 to 75 miles. The charge time of these is 5 to 6 hours. It's a denser battery. It's actually the Tesla battery that they have. So these are really good cells. Suggested ride height is between 5'3" and 6'8". Connectivity, there is Bluetooth smart display. It has Super 73 app compatible, optional GPS, anti-theft, and security module. There are 4 different classes of ride modes. Class 1, 350 watt, Class 2, 500 watt, Class 3, 1000 watt, and the unlimited 2000 watt class. They both have a thumb throttle. They both have pedal assist for eco mode, tour mode, sport mode, and super mode. Now here is all of the top were exactly the same DNA. Now the brakes. The Super 73R has 2 piston hydraulics. It has the 203 on 180 millimeter rotors, and the Super 73RX has 4 piston hydraulics, 203 180 millimeter rotors. Now front and rear suspension, on the R it is optional. On the RX it is a yes. It does have rear air suspension. Now the frame material on these, this is the first time that they're using an aluminum build. Now they stated, and I'll put that here, that if it wasn't the exact, if it wasn't the right build in aluminum, they wouldn't do it. And I'll put that quote right here. The front fork on the Super 73R is the inverted coil spring suspension fork. It's 120 millimeters, the travel, and 35 millimeters stanchions. On the Super 73RX, it's an inverted coil spring suspension fork with air assist, adjustable preload and rebound dampening. It has 120 millimeter travel and 35 millimeter stanchions. Now let's talk about the rear shocks. On the Super 73R, you have coilover monoshock, adjustable preload and rebound dampening. On the Super 73RX, we have the coilover piggyback monoshock, adjustable preload, compression and rebound damping. Now the tires are the Badger 20 by 4.5 in the front and 20 by 5 in the back. These are all-terrain tires on both bikes. Now the fenders, if you take a look on the Super 73R, it is optional. On the Super 73X, they go the extra mile and put the fenders on there. Now the color on the Super 73R is the olive drab. On the Super 73RX, it's rhino gray and carmine red. Now the gearing, it has a single speed optional 10-speed Shimano gear ratio on both bikes, which is really cool. The passenger rear on the Super 73R is, yes, you have a 2-up seat and a passenger foot pegs. They both do. On the Super 73R weight, it's 76 pounds. On the Super 73RX, it is 80 pounds. Now, the weight limit on the Super 73R is 325 and is exactly the same on the RX. Now, with all of these specs, which one are you looking to get? The Super 73R or the Super 73RX? Now, the price difference is only $500 between the R and the RX. The difference is you're getting an air ride suspension, fenders, and bigger, more powerful brakes. Same top speed, same weight. They're almost the same, but they're different. Well, let me know, which one are you guys leaning towards? Are you leaning towards the R or the RX? For me, I've had Super 73 bikes for a while. I've had the Z1, I've had the V2. Their bikes are really well made. They ride great, and they're a reliable machine to go for off-roading or biking. So for me, I want the bells and whistles when it comes to a Super 73 bike. When it comes to a car, it's different, but the Super 73 bikes, the time that they took to be creative and bring you all this innovation in both bikes, well, give me the bells and whistles. Please take my money. Well, let me know in the bottom what you guys think. I'm gonna put a link for both the R and the RX on the bottom, and I will put the specs in the bottom so you can take a look for yourself. Now, a couple things. The Super 73 V2 that I've had, it is a really good bike with front shocks. These have front shocks and rear suspension in the RX, so you're gonna have a better ride. These also, they're aluminum. My V2 is steel, so the ride is gonna be a lot more comfortable for you, and you're getting better stopping power and twice the torque and speed. But for me, when it comes to bikes, and in my experience with Super 73, I haven't had buyer's remorse with any of the purchases that I had. When I bought my V2, it went for $3,400, $18.78 exactly. And I've enjoyed the bike and haven't had any remorse. Build quality is really good. The braking is really good. The power in a bike, I've had it for a while now and haven't had any issues with the bike. So if that's what they have with their older bikes, imagine the ingenuity and advancements that they have in the RX. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. And I think if you're going from the R to the RX, it's only $500 in difference, but you're getting so much more bang for buck. So is it worth getting the air ride suspension and bigger brakes? I think so. Both bikes have the same top speed, but you're getting better stopping power with the RX. So I know $500 is a big difference, but you're getting better stopping power. I think it's worth the investment. In my opinion, go for the RX, but I can't tell you guys what to spend your money on. For me, that's what I'm looking for. Power, stopping power, and the ingenuity and advancements in the bike. Am I still gonna keep my V2? You're damn right I'm keeping my V2. These are classic bikes, and these are going to be staples in the industry. They're already setting the bar really high. You're never gonna go wrong with a Super 73 bike. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. This is my 2 cents. And if you have any questions and you wanna talk about the differences between the R and the RX, and what do you like about each, and what do you think you're gonna have looking forward to in these bikes, let me know on the bottom. We can continue this conversation there. If you wanna do a live chat, we can do that, and let's explore and take a look. And I'm really looking forward to these bikes. Hopefully everything is there. They've ramped up in their tooling, and they'll be able to produce these bikes to get us a really great ride for the summer. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember, IT means I try. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna put links on the bottom for the R right here and the RX right under there. That's gonna do it. Peace.